Hashem, Parachat Terouma. The parasha starts off with saying, "Vaydaber Adonai Moshe lemor, daber bnei Israel v'ikhu li teruma. Me'et kol ish asher yitvunu libo tikhu terumati." So Hashem is telling Moshe Rabbeinu, speak with Am Israel and tell them to take a donation. Me'et kol ish asher yitvunu libo tikhu terumati. Okay? If you look in Targum Yonatan ben Uziel, he says, "Me'et kol ish asher yitvunu libo." Says Targum Yonatan ben Uziel, "Velo be'alimta." Don't force people. The Gabayim of Moshe Rabbeinu should not come to somebody's oil and knock on, "No, mata noten, what are you giving?" Man, you know, לא, אתה חייב לתת, you have to give. לא בעלימתה. They have to come, שהם יבואו אלינו. No Gabayim go to collect. A lot of times, when they used to have Pidyon Shvuim, they used to have all kinds of Liknot Sefer Torah, special occasions, they used to send the Gabayim, and they used to knock on doors. "What are we giving? Could you help us?" Over here, no. Me'et kol ish devenu libo. How do we know they came? How do we know that they came and not Moshe Rabbeinu sent shlichim? Because after 3 days, that v'amelacha הייתה דיים ועותר. So Moshe Rabbeinu אמר, "העבירו כל במחנה, אל יצא איש ממקומו." Don't go out from your place. Don't come here. Don't come to the Gabayim, right? To bring your donations. We don't need anymore. That's it. Oter. We have more than enough, right? So we see they used to come. And the Targum Natan Omer, "Lo be'alimta." Don't force people to give this donation. If they want, let them give. If not, not. יש גמרא, בבבא בתרא, זה גמרא, מ"ח עמוד בבא בתרא. The Gemara is asking a question, what happens if somebody was forced to sell a field? מישהו בא אליו, אומר לו, "תשמע, your field is a nice field, can I buy it?" He says no. The guy takes out a gun, he says, "Are you going to sell it to me?" Listen, you have a gun in your head. "Okay, I'll give you your price, but you have to sell it to me. I'll give you whatever you want, I'll give you the price." לא התווכח איתו, didn't argue with him, he gave him the price. He didn't cheat him or something, he make him sell for less. The Gemara is asking, after this happened, right? After this happened, zvini or no? Is it a good transaction or not? So he says, the Gemara says, right? The Gemara says, "Talyu vezavin, zvini, machur." It's considered so. But he was forced. He didn't want to sell it. הכרחת אותו, מה? מה תמה? He says, "Kol ma demasbin inish, ilav de'anis lo ava masbin." When he would want to sell the field, why would you want to sell a field? Because you need money. It's not considered honest. Needing money is honest, right? So even if he would sell it on his own, it will be anus. So anytime he sells it, is anus. So what's the difference if he needs money, is anus, or if somebody puts a gun to his head, is forcing him to sell it? He's also anus. Zvini. First, the Gemara is asking a question. 1 second. Maybe Dilma Shani unsa de nafshe. If he needs money, so it's his problem. He's going to get money. How? By selling his field. But you forcing him, that's a different story. Yes, it's honest, but it's a different story. Says the Gemara, Ela kedetanya. We have a braita. The braita says, Yakriv oto im ola korbano. Somebody wants to bring korban ola, Holocaust, right? The Torah says, Yakriv oto. You should bring it as a sacrifice, right? What is the pasuk? Melamed shekofim oto. We force you to bring the ola now. We force you to bring the ola. Hey, you made אמרת עולה, צריך להביא אותה, חייב, כן? But יכול בעל כוחו, but if you force him, it's בעל כוחו, כן? תלמוד לומר, לרצונו יקריבנו. But the pasuk says, לרצונו. אז יקריב אותו, כופים אותו, אבל כתוב לרצונו, says the Gemara, כופים אותו עד שיאמר, רוצה אני. We force him to bring the korban. But at the end of the day, he must say, yeah, I want to bring it. He might say in the beginning, no, I don't want to. No, אתה חייב, you must. At the end, he has to say, okay, I want to bring it. אני אביא את זה. Okay. The Gemara says, ודילמה שאני הטעם, דניחלה דתווה לכפרה. Why are you bringing עולה? Because he made as a חטא. איזה חטא? במחשבה. עולה זה על חטא של מחשבה. You thought something bad, and now you're coming, you're bringing עולה. כן? עולה is burned completely, כליל. It's not like חטאת. חטאת is when you make an action, Shabbat, you open the light, or that, right?
כל תפילה צריך להגיד עולה.
אוקיי, יכול להיות.
פיגול.
כן. לא פיגול. לא. So now, דילמה שני הטעם, you know why he says רוצה אני בסוף? כחדלה ולכפרה, because he wants to be מתכפר. אז הוא לא רצה, at the end he says, בטח אני רוצה בכל כפרה. Okay, says the Gemara, okay, so I have another case for you. I have another case. What's the other case? גיטי נשים. אחד לא רוצה גט לאשתו, כן? But you must give it לרצון. אתה לא יכול לכפות אותו לתת גט לאשתו. You cannot force him to give a get. He has to want. He has to want to give. Right. So he said, this is the Gemara. This is the source. אז the Gemara אומרת, כופים אותו עד שיאמר רוצה אני. You put him in prison, אם צריך לתת לו מלכות, אתה נותן לו מלכות, עד שאומר, אוקיי, I'm going to give my wife, כן? ודילמה שני הטעם, זה מצווה לשמוע, דברי חכמים, זה גם לא ראיה. גם לא ראיה, why? דילמה, סופו של דבר, at the end of the day, he wants to listen to the rabbis that tell him that you must give a get to your wife. You're not getting along, and you have to divorce, you cannot leave her aguna, she wants to get remarried, you should start your life, right? So at the end of the day, you want to do what חכמים think is the best thing to do. So that's why כופים אותו, עד שיאמר רוצה אני. So though he was forced, בסוף הוא אומר רוצה אני, אז לכן זה טוב. But who says that when you want to sell a field that somebody forced you, right? It's Zvini. So he says over here, Ela svarahu. If somebody forces you and you say, okay, יש סברה. מה הסברה? אגב אונסה, גמר ומקנה. Right? So Rashi says there's two factors. There's two factors over here. Agav unse, right? He's forced to. And also, לא מפסיד כלום. He got the price he wanted. אז נכון שהוא לא רצה באמת למכור את זה, והיה אנוס, but he got the price. So זה סברה שזה עובד. זה סברה. מה רואים? The Rambam אומר, בן אדם לא רוצה לשים תפילין, מכים אותו עד שיניח תפילין. עד שימות אפילו. Even if he dies. כן? יש מושג במצוות, there's a מושג, there's such a concept in מצוות. If a person doesn't want to do, you can force him, עד שאומר רצה אני. And even if he dies from מלכות, you hit him. 39 plus 39 plus 39, והוא ימות, לא אמר רוצה אני, שימות. למה? How does it work? אומר הרמב"ם, says the Rambam, every Jew inside him רוצה. מה מעכב? What's bothering? יצרה. יצרה אומר לך, don't give, don't sell, don't do, okay? אז צריך להוציא לו את היצרה. מאוד מעניין, one of the rabbis, there was a rabbi, when his little kid was shovav, was very turbulent, and he had to hit him sometimes. He had to, So every time he hit him, הוא לא היה סתם מרביץ לו. הוא היה אומר, יצר הרע, תצא, יצר הרע, תצא. He used to tell יצר הרע. He says, why? He said, אתה צדיק, you are tzaddik, יצרה inside you tells you, תעשה בעיות, make trouble, So he used to show his son, he's not hitting him. He just wants to take יצרה away from him. So basically that's the idea. The idea is when you hit somebody, מלכות, עד שאומר רוצה אני, הוא רוצה, רק יצרה לא נותן לו. So you have to force him somehow, put him in prison, מלכות, עד שאומר רוצה אני. Okay? אז יש כזה concept, there is a concept like this in Torah and mitzvot. That you force a yid to bring out the good. You're bringing out the good from him. Okay? So now we can understand maybe what the Torah says over here. What Torah says? The Targum Yonatan, what does he say? Me'et kol ish asher yidevenu libo, right? So I would think, so if somebody didn't want to give a donation to the Mishkan, you can go force him. Give him malkut. Ad shiten. If Moshe Rabbeinu sent shluchim, and to somebody, to Reuven, to Shimon, to Yehuda, to Levi, and they say, no, I don't want to give. Should I hit him? Ad sheomar rotze ani? The Mishkan is different. The Mishkan says the Targum Yonatan, velo be'alimta. You cannot force anybody. If he doesn't want really to bring it, there's no mitzvah to force him. Other mitzvot, tefillin, sukkah, gitin, other mitzvot, it works. Donation של המשכן זה לא עוזר. למה? What's the Mishkan any different from any other mitzvah that you do force? the most important thing to have, Mishkan. Makom HaShekhinah, the Shekhinah is going to reside in Am Yisrael. U'ma'akev, you can make a donation, right? Why? Why is this different? So I thought this relates to a Gemara in Baba Metzia, in Pei, a very famous Gemara. The Gemara in Baba Metzia brings down that one time Rabbi Hanina and Rabbi Chia, they were arguing. They had like an argument. So Rabbi Hanina told Rabbi Chia, Be'adika de kamanzet, you're arguing with me? You don't know who I am? You know that im mishtakcha Torah mi-Israel, if chas v'shalom the Torah is going to get forgotten from Israel, ma'adar nala mi-pilpuli. I can do pilpulim, I can do all kinds of reasoning and thoughts, and I'll bring back all the Torah. Like we find in Tam Yeshua bin Nun. 3,000 halachot, says the Gemara, nishtakechu. The day Moshe Rabbeinu passed away, 3,000 halachot were forgotten. Yeshua didn't know. Ad sheba Tniel ben Kenaz, ve'echzir otam bepilpulo. And with pilpulim, he was able to bring back 3,000 halachot forgotten. So Rabbi Hanina is telling Rabbi Chia, you're fighting with me? You're arguing with me? You know who I am? I can bring back all the halachot. If any halacha is going to be forgotten in Israel, ma'ader nala ve'pilpuli, I would be able to bring it back. So Rabbi Chia, look at what Rabbi Chia answers him. Probably Rabbi Hanina was very, very learned and a very big scholar. And maybe Rabbi Chia, even though the Gemara says Rabbi Chia was himself, Rabbi Chia, the Gemara says that there was a Talmid that he was in Bet HaMidrash, and in the morning, his eyes were swollen and red, like burnt. So somebody asked, why is his eyes burnt? Was he in a fire or something? He says, no. This Talmid was such Talmid Chacham. One day Eliyahu Navi came to visit him, and he told him, I want to take you to a tour. Let me go take you upstairs. בגן עדן של מעלה, תראה את כל הצדיקים. You'll see all the tzadikim. Wow. He said, אני מזהיר אותך. Eliyahu Navi says, I'm warning you. You can look at every tzaddik. Rabbi Chia, don't look at him. You cannot look at Rabbi Chia. זה אסור להסתכל עליו. It's too much. אז הוא אמר, איך אני יודע מי זה רבי חייא? How would I know מי זה רבי חייא? He says, אתה תראה, you will see all the צדיקים יושבים על כיסאות, they're sitting on chairs, רבי חייא, הכיסא שלו עולה ויורד לבד. Goes up and down by itself. Okay, he got there, the תמיד got there, כשהוא ראה את הכיסא עולה ויורד, he couldn't hold himself, he looked at רבי חייא, נשרפו לו יצאו two fire thing, got and burnt his eyes. So he told him, I warned you. רבי חייא אסור להסתכל עליו. So, his kedusha.
למה זה
תכף, אז נראה. Comes רבי חייא, and he's telling רבי חנינה, so he tell him, okay, אז אתה, you're a big תלמיד חכם, if the Torah נשתכחת, if the Torah will be forgotten, you're able to bring it back, very good. But he tell him, you're fighting with me? You're arguing with me? You don't know who I am? He says, why? He says, אבידנה לתורה דלא תשתכח מישראל. אתה אומר, אם תשתכח, if I made it, שתורה אף פעם לא תשתכח. Never the Torah is going to be forgotten. איך עשה את זה? How did you do it? says רבי חייא, אזילנה ושדינה קיטנה וגדילנה נשבי. He says, הוא הלך, נטע cotton, he planted cotton, and he made, how do you call it, רשתות. He made nets out of it, right? Nets out of it. And with the nets, he went and he caught tzayidna tavi. הלך תפס צבעים, deers, he caught deers, right? ומאכילנה בשרה ולייתמי. He shechted the deers and he gave it to yatomim, to orphans, to poor people. He did it with tzedakah, okay? He didn't profit out of it. He shechted them and he gave it completely to tzedakah. Ve'arichna megilta. From the skin of the deers, he made megillot, he made like klafim. Vekatavna chamisha chumshe Torah. He wrote the 5 books of the Torah, Bereshit, Shemot, Vayikra, Bamidbar, Devarim. Then, salikna lemata, he came to a city, he came to one city. He gathered chamisha yanuki, he gathered 5 little kids, like 6 years old, 7, 8 years old, like this. And he gave each one of them a sefer. So the first one, Tanu Bereshit. The second one, he gave him a scrolls of Shemot. And he told each one of them, I want you to learn it Baal Peh. Right? I want you to. Then, what did he do? When they finished learning, so he told, Bereshit, I want you to teach Shemot. Shemot, I want you to teach Bereshit. And he made them teach each other. So Bereshit taught all 4 of them. Shemot taught all 4. And once they knew all Chamisha Chumshe Torah, all 5 of them, he told them, go out in the city and go teach Torah in the city. וככה לא השתכחה תורה. כל העיר ידעה כבר תורה, and from there it spread and it spread and spread, and ברוך השם לא השתכחה תורה בישראל. יפה. אז אומר לו, אתה מתווכח איתי? You arguing with me? אם תשתכח תורה, אני עשיתי, I did something that Torah will not be forgotten. Comes the Parachat and he's asking a question, אני לא מבין. אתה לא רוצה שתשתכח תורה, you don't want Torah to be forgotten? It's not much easier to go to a סופר, כמה עולה ספר תורה? $20,000, okay? תאסוף קצת כסף, צדקה, buy a ספר תורה, give one kid, one... It's my... How long did it take him to plant the cotton? How long did it take through the cotton grew? And to cut the cotton, and to make nets out of it, and to go in the forest catch deers? לקח לו איזה שנתיים לפחות, 2 years at least, עד שהוא עשה את כל הפעולות, all the פעולות. ספר תורה, you have the money, you 1, 2 months, 3 months, you have the money, you go, you buy, right? Why you have to do that? Says the Parachat, you know why? He wanted to make sure that every step of this Sefer Torah is going to be 1,000% L'Shem Shamayim. When he planted the seeds, he says, "Yeh ratzon shelo tishtachach Torah miYisrael." When it grew, he says, and he about to cut the plants, "Yeh ratzon shelo tishtachach Torah miYisrael." When he made his nets, "Yeh ratzon shelo tishtachach Torah miYisrael." When he caught the deers, "Yeh ratzon." So every step he says, "Yeh ratzon L'Shem Yichud Kudsha B'richu." He did L'Shem Yichud. This Sefer Torah, he said, I'm sure the Kedusha of this Sefer Torah, לא תשתכח תורה מישראל, because it did. So אתה מתווכח איתי? You said, אני אומר לך שבטוח שלא תשתכח. With my Torah, ספר תורה שאני כתבתי, with the ספר תורה that I wrote, אף פעם לא תשתכח. Never is going to be forgotten, right? What do you see from here? When the Torah says, מאת כל איש אשר ידבנו ליבו, if you had to be forced to come, משה רבנו says, no, תישאר בבית, stay home, I don't want it. I'm going to accept donations, which is 1,000% L'Shem Shamayim. People that really wanted to give. Ben Adam, yes, no, force him, not force him, לא צריך את זה. I don't want it. Why? Because I'm not sure that this Mishkan is going to last. Fact, Bet HaMikdash HaRishon was destroyed, Bet HaMikdash Sheni was destroyed, the Mishkan was never touched by the Goyim. David HaMelech, בימי David נגנז. It was in the ground, it was swallowed up in the ground. וכתוב when בית המקדש השלישי יצא, when Hashem is going to bring the third בית המקדש, יצא המשכן של משה רבנו. It was so pure that Hashem did not let any goy touch it. בית המקדש הראשון unfortunately went, and second one, but this one, מאת כל איש אשר ידבן לליבו, really people wanted to give, to the point that Torah in כי תישא is going to say, מרבים העם להביא. They wanted so much to give, they're even overbrained. They brought so much, there was over. The donations were over. So the אור החיים הקדוש says, מרבים והמלאכה הייתה דים ועותר. Says the אור החיים הקדוש, מה זה דים? דים זה מספיק, enough, exactly what I need. What's hoter? More than need. So it's a stira in the pasuk. Is it dim or it's hoter? Says the אור החיים באמת, it was hoter, it was more. But then people got sad. Why? Some people said, oh, this is too much. Maybe our donation is not going to be used to build the Mishkan. So Hashem saw how much they have tsa'ar not to participate in the Mishkan. What did Hashem do? He did the nes. What was left over, went into the melacha, dayam. Like they used till the last penny, the last piece of gold, the last silver, the last thing. There's nothing left. How? By nes. Hashem wanted every piece of gold given, every piece of copper, everything given should be exactly enough. Why? Shekulam, because they gave it with such a good ratzon, such a good will. So you see that when you do it באמת לשם שמיים, that's זה לא תשתכח תורה מישראל. That's really לא תשתכח תורה. But from the other end we see some people unfortunately have to be forced. I saw once a story when the Tzemach Tzedek, he was a very young rabbi. He was learning in Kolel, Avrech. In this city, בעיר שלו, they used to kidnap chatanim. What does it mean? The police, together with the governor, they knew about the Jewish wedding. They used to come the day the night before the day, kidnap the Khatan, and then the community would look for the Khatan, and won't find them the day of the wedding. So they would go to the governor to complain. So the governor would say, oh, I need money, to send police people outside. It takes money, and they would pay. But he had the whole combination with the police. So one day, there was a Khatan Yatom, orphan, marrying an orphan girl, right? And the Rabbanim, they were in charge of this wedding. And the Khatan disappeared a few hours before the Khatunah. So they went to the governor. The governor says, listen, I need money. I need so much money to send the police. So the rabbis didn't know what to do because they were older already. It was hard for them to go a few hours before the wedding. So somebody told them, if you talk to at that time, the Tzemach Tzedek, he's a wise man. He's young, enthusiastic, he might help you. So they went over to him and told him, listen, we have a few hours of wedding, with the orphan. So the Tzemach Tzedek said, listen, I'm willing to help you on one condition. מה שאני אומר אתם תעשו. You're going to listen to me, rabbis. So they looked at him. They were 80 years old. He was like, at that time, maybe 25, 26. But they had no choice. The wedding is in a few hours. They had no choice. He says, okay, מה שאתה אומר נעשה. So he says, come with me. They go. מסתובבים בעיר, they go around the houses. And then he sees a big house. He says, oh, שמי הבית הזה? Whose house is this? They say, no, תשכח, forget. He won't give you a penny. He won't give you a penny. Forget, let's go. He says, no, I want to go in this house. They told him, listen, אתם אמרתם, you said, מה שאני אומר אתם תעשו? You have to come. Okay, they go, they knock on the door. The Balabait comes out. He says, to Rabbi, he said, why you come? To ask tzedakah? Right away, he asked him. So they said, yes. He says, I don't give nothing, right? So why are you wasting your time? So the Tzemach Tzedek said, can I ask you something? You don't have respect to rabbis. You don't want to give tzedakah, it's okay. But some respect to the rabbis, come on. No, they're old people, we're turning already, let them sit down. So he said, okay, let me bring 2 chairs. So he told them, come on, you're going to bring 2 chairs outside to the rabbis to sit. It's not nice, come on, bring him in the house, let them sit down. Don't serve nothing, don't give us to eat, but just, they're tired. So okay, he had some kavod. Some kavod לרבנים היה לו. So he brought them in, they're sitting down, and he says, מה באתם? He says, listen, there's yatom. He says, you're wasting your time, I'm not going to give you. But you know what? Let me give you something. He goes to his desk, he opens the drawer, he gives a penny already with rust. It was a rusted penny, with rust. Chaluda. He tells, so the Tzemach Tzedek says, okay, give it to me. Thank you very much. He says, Hashem yivarech otcha. And you should be succeeding in whatever you do. You should never be sick. And Hashem. And then he told the rabbis, let's go. The rabbis were upset, but bizayon. But he says, let's go. They're about to leave, and he calls them. Tell me, how much you need for this whole thing? So they said, we need 100 ruble. So he told them, listen, I'll give you 10 more ruble. I'll give you 10 ruble if you make mishibach for my wife. She wasn't feeling well 2 days ago. So Tzemach said, for sure. עושה לו מי שברך, אשתך, שיהיה לה בריאות, בת השם, she'll be לזכות to see her children, her grandchildren, together with you, should be somewhere. And he says, he gives them 10 ruble, they're about to leave. So he calls them back, he says, come, tell me, if I give you 20 more, could you make for my children? I have 3 kids. Could you make מי שברך for my kids? He says, for sure I make for your kids, בטח. He gives them 20 more rubles, he makes מי שברך, וזה. They go out, מי שברך for my uncle, they go out with 100 ruble. The kids of the rabbis take the money. They have no time to speak with Tzemach Tzedek, what's going on over here. They didn't understand nothing what's going on. They run, they give it to the governor. In an hour, the Khatan was back already. They had an hour to prepare for the wedding. Now, they're sitting by the Shea Brachot, by the wedding, and the 2 rabbis look at him and tell, תגיד לי, מה זה כל הטריק הזה? What was this whole business? What is this whole thing about? So אני אגיד לכם, יצר הרע was on this man. So every shaliach used to come, he used to take out from his drawer this rusted penny. What did the shlichim do? They took the penny, they threw it on his face. מה תתן לי penny? Sometimes shlichim, they come here, you give them $1. מה, אני באתי מישראל, אתה נותן לי $1? למה, באת בשטח, כל אחד תהיה $100? מה אתה... מעט מסתערב בחשבון גדול, מה זה? כל אחד חייב לתת לך $100? מה אתה... אז ככה, that's what people did. He says, I had to take it out of him. Once you took this penny out of him, that's it, you open his heart. He had the chokhmah to penetrate his neshama. That's why I said, נסילות בלבבם. צריך לדעת כל לב של בן אדם, איך להתקיף אותו, מאיזה כיוון. You have to know how to penetrate a person, right? זה בן אדם, אין יהודי שלא רוצה לעשות טוב. There's not such thing a Jew doesn't want to go do. יצר הרע, מתלבש עליו בכל מיני סיפורים. אחד בצדקה, אחד לבוא לבית הכנסת. Each one, יצר הרע is own ways with each one, right? But you have to know how to take away this יצר הרע. But when it comes to משכן, ועשו לי מקדש ושכנתי בתוכם, it has to be super pure. Not that somebody forced you or שכנע אותך. Not even convince you. You have to come yourself and bring it because it's the most pure thing, because over there in the Mishkan was לוחות הברית. שלא תשתכח תורה מישראל. That's the only way we can remember and teach Torah. ברוך ה' לעולם. אמן ואמן.